The Vikings came from the harsh northern lands of Scandinavia, a world of cold seas, rocky shores, and long winters. They were not just warriors, they were farmers, traders, explorers. And they built ships unlike anything the world had seen. Ships that could cross open oceans. Imagine crossing this. They sailed into the unknown. Across oceans no one had mapped. No compass, no chart. Only the sky above them and the sea below. But in the North Atlantic, the weather changes without warning. Storm clouds swallow the sun. Fog erases the horizon. And without sunlight, direction disappears. Once they left the coastline, there were no landmarks, only open sea. They likely used a simple shadow board, measuring the sun at midday. So how did they find their way when the sun vanished? In the North Atlantic, weather is not an inconvenience. It is a threat. A single storm can erase the sky for days. And without the sun, there is no east, no west, no direction at all. Yet the Vikings crossed from Norway to Iceland to Greenland, and even North America. They did this centuries before the magnetic compass became common in Europe. So how did they navigate when the sky was hidden? The answer may lie in a crystal. In ancient Icelandic texts, there is mention of something called a sunstone, a crystal, that could reveal the hidden sun. This crystal, known today as Iceland spar, interacts with polarized light in the sky. Even when the sun is hidden, light still scatters through the atmosphere, and that light follows patterns. By rotating the crystal, the navigator could estimate where the sun truly was. Centuries later, modern scientists decided to test the legend, not with myth, but with physics. Iceland's spar has a unique property. It splits light into two rays. In the soft, uniform light of a cloudy day, the crystal comes alive, its glow deepening and fading with every turn. Patterns invisible to the naked eye. Even when the sun is hidden, scattered light in the sky follows predictable patterns. In 2013, a piece of Iceland spar was discovered aboard a 16th century shipwreck. It was not the Viking, but it proved the technique was real. It also proved the sailors once used it to navigate. Around the year 1000, a Viking explorer named Leif Erikson sailed west from Greenland. From Norway to Iceland to Greenland and then beyond. This was not coastal sailing. This was open ocean. They reached a land of forests and rivers, a place they called Vinland. Archaeological evidence now confirms Norse settlement in North America, nearly 500 years before Columbus. To reach these distant shores, precision was essential, and the Sunstone may have made it possible. But not everyone agrees. Not all historians are convinced. Some argue the Sunstone theory relies too heavily on interpretation. The Icelandic sagas blur the line between history and legend. And there is no direct archaeological proof that Vikings carried such crystals on every voyage. It remains a theory, a plausible one, but still a theory. Today, modern experiments show that the method works, even with minimal tools. What the Vikings may have discovered was not magic. It was an understanding of light, of patterns in the sky, that most people never notice. A simple crystal, but in the right hands, it could guide a ship across an ocean. And perhaps that is what truly defines exploration, not brute force, but observation. We may never know if every Viking captain carried a sunstone, but they crossed oceans long before modern navigation. The sea was vast, the sky unpredictable, and yet they sailed. Perhaps they saw something the rest of the world had not yet learned to see. The Vikings were not merely raiders, they were observers, students of wind, sea, and sky. They understood something simple, that even hidden light still leaves a trace. And with the right tool, those traces could be read. Across oceans, across centuries, guided not by superstition, but by understanding,